morning. My name is Alexandre Messina, and today I will present to you a little bit more about ZapGPT. ZapGPT was born to unleash people's potential through cutting-edge generative AI in user-friendly interfaces. We see three main problems today. The first one is very difficult to keep up with AI space, with a new solution being born every day. The second one, people don't know how to use it well because each kind of solution has a specific way to use it. And the third one, companies don't know how to leverage this potential to build a next level customer service. And we are solving these three main problems with one single generative AI platform for people and business build and use amazing AI applications. We started by integrating ChatGPT on WhatsApp, and in less than 3 months, we already have more than 200,000 people using our solution. The business model is very simple. For people, they can use up to 10 messages a month. Otherwise, they need to pay $6, that is 29.9 reais, for unlimited messages. And beyond messages, they also can chat with ChatGPT by audio and also use Open Journey that generate images on WhatsApp. This month, we are also releasing our app and our web interface for people use these amazing AIs in user-friendly interfaces in an omni-channel way. We already have more than 50,000 reais of MRR, and we are growing each month. We started in Brazil, but we are doing our version in English as well to think global for the first thought. And we have three main entry barriers. The first one, it's by leveraging the way of doing matchmaking with AI. We have more than 5 million messages exchanged, and we know which AI to call regarding the user requests. The second one, by having this platform where people can build their own AI application, we'll have a network effect where people share their solution with other people, like YouTube or any kind of platform where people create their own AI solution. And the third one, in more business approach, we have this setup cost of transition for training their custom personalized AI solution, and that will make difficult to other companies getting into their business as well. We already raised 1 million reais with angels, and right now we are raising a 2 million reais with VCs starting today at Web Summit. We have three main co-founders. Me, as a second-time founder, I have my company called Pedala, which I exited to Americanas in 2019. And for the past 2 years, I was head of venture capital from Americanas and dropped off to start ZapGPT. Thiago with Morelli, which is here as well. It's our CPO, and he had 8 years in business digital transformation, the last 2 years in a venture studio. And also Andre Bassi, who is our CTO, which have more than 15 years with architect and software development. And we are here to unleash people's potential through AI, and it will be great to have you guys on board with us. Thanks.
So get some feedback now from Rodrigo.
No, perfect. I think you started well framing the problem. The problem you framed, I didn't like it as much, right? People want to play with ChatGPT or with AI. They don't need to because they don't even have the use case yet, right? And you didn't put numbers around it, right? There is a lot of people that are curious and that are willing to pay to figure out how this works. I didn't see yet a use case in your pitch where I say, yes, this is a killer value prop. You did touch it towards the end on the orchestration of the different AIs and how to choose the best one. But to me, that's the really core of the product, right? People will have other problems to solve, and they'll eventually use AI, and you probably know which AI model is actually better. So I would frame the problem different from the way you did. The other thing, you started on a B2C pitch and then you flipped on a B2B pitch and said you're going to create your differential in that way. Really confusing, right? Because normally those are very different companies from the way they're built, from the talent perspective, and from the engineering perspective. So I would consider putting your B2C product as a trial, as a data gathering tool for the B2B pitch, and that might be much more powerful. Also, I think the million highs is too little. You won't go very far with a million highs. Probably should raise more in order to build a B2B product. It's going to be much more robust than your B2C. But those are the few comments on it.
Okay, thanks very much, Alex, and some great feedback there from Rodrigo. And now we'll take Clarissa Santiago from Guide 121 to the stage. We're ready for you. Cool. Do you want to give Rodrigo your pitch?
Yes. Okay, let's go. Hello, everyone. I'm Clarissa Santiago, CEO and co-founder of Guide 121, a Brazilian startup founded by two women. And what we do is we are changing the way of the brand's communication with people. You know, a lot of brands just use a chatbot, a basic chatbot, and they deliver poor experience. They don't know about the people, they don't know about the clients, they don't know the name, the preference, the interest. And what we do is we design a very personalized conversation between people and brands. We are in this market almost 7 years, so we have pandemic because we started in tourism, so we had a lot of challenge in pandemic time, but we survived and we are here and we could expand our business after the pandemic. And now we are just expanding Brazil. We have more than 50 clients operating, employee virtual assistants, and we are using new technologies, AI, ZapGPT, and a lot of others to design best experience. With our digital assistants, we get something like 80% of self-service in support, in customer support. So the brands got a lot of efficiency. So it's not just about to sell more and generate more sales, but it's about efficiency as well. And we are 100% remotely, remote first. We have 30 people here in Brazil working a lot of different cities, and now we are looking to start on new operations in other countries as well, because we have a new product here operating 8 months here, and the feedback is very good. We have almost zero churn, so our clients really like the experience with us, and we help them to design a better strategy about communication and data strategy. More. And
that's fine if that's your
that's
your
fine,
pitch.
okay.
Rodrigo, do you have some feedback?
So, honestly, it wasn't a pitch. It was much more of a product presentation than a pitch. There is no call to action. What do you want from me, right?
Okay.
That's the first one. Second, when you frame the problem, you didn't frame the problem, right? Because the thing is, from what I understand, your problem is we moved people from the physical person, right, the human person, to the chatbot, and that still sucks. You didn't say that, right? The UX of a chatbot is still very bad, and you seem to be having better performance. You have to put it up front, right? We've seen dozens, if not hundreds of chatbots. What makes you different? It isn't clear. You're not putting the problem out there and how you're solving it better than everybody else. And you say multiple times you said during your pitch, oh, we're designing the conversation, we're designing the data. That makes it sound very much like consulting, which will make investors run through the door. So avoid consulting. It needs to be a product. The product needs to be differentiated and defensible, and it doesn't come through in your pitch. And then you have to ask me for something, right? You're pitching me for a reason. So I think you need to package that better. Probably to, for example, you said, oh, we launched a new product. We have almost zero churn. You didn't tell me what the product is. So you need to rehearse and what are the key points? What do I need to walk away with? For example, you started your presentation saying we're a startup co-founded by 2 women. That's great. Is that the one thing you want me to walk away from this conversation with? Or this is a huge problem. This is an $8 billion market that 60% of the people are unhappy with the service that they get. That's a much more powerful statement. And the first thing is the first thing I will remember. And then you touched on tourism, saying, yeah, no, I know what to touch tourism. So try to take the details out of the narrative. What are the 3 or 4 messages that the investor needs to remember once you're done with the pitch? And hammer them down. How big is the problem? Why do I solve it better than anybody else? Why is this defensible? And how do I make money? At the end of the day, we're not investing in products. We're investing in business to make money.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Clarissa, a round of applause there. And now we have Nick from Scoop.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome to the stage.
Yeah, thank you so much. So many people here.
Yeah, so kick it off. Yeah, give us your pitch.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, you tell us.
Okay. So, have you ever been overwhelmed by information? I assure you does, because nowadays we have like plenty of cold emails, random calls, news, etc., etc., etc. Just imagine that every day from these sources we get around 100,000 words daily. If we surplus to this amount images, videos from TikTok, from YouTube and Instagram, we finally have 32 gigabytes of information every day. It's like a huge, huge problem nowadays. And information flows is just growing. And what we have as a result, we have anxiety, we have information overload, we have mental problems, we have loss of focus, and so we get poor decision making. And for us as a tech entrepreneurs, it's absolutely the important thing. So let me represent you the solution to this problem, how we see this. This is Scoop. Scoop is a productivity tool based on AI technology, which help you to filter out the noise of information and deliver you only crucial news, or only what you exactly needed. It helps to improve your focus, to achieve your full potential and increase your productivity and stimulate personal growth. So the Scoop is a website. What are the key features of Scoop? Scoop analyzes different sources of news on information, and after analyzing it, it delivers you only important 1, 2, 3 sentences, statements from each news, and you have the big feed of information. You just can look through like your Instagram feed, and you get only what you need. No mess, no noise. So this is the first step as MVP, and we are glad to present it here at the Web Summit. Next step, how we see it, we wanna develop more like community-based and attract more and more people to this issue, how we can solve this overwhelming on information. We want to build community. We want to develop more recommendation services on these productivity tools. So yeah, some words about target market. Target market is actually huge because it's the market of productivity applications. It's $4.62 billion global market. And if we go to the media, digital media market like newspapers and so on, it's $35.6 billion market. And we are going to change these two markets to providing this kind of tool. So what's actually the team of doing this stuff? Me personally and two my co-founders. My name is Nick, actually, and my two co-founders. One is CTO and the second one is CMO for marketing development, so on. Originally, we are from the company who developing solution for others. We are a software engineering company, and that's why we put in scope our strong expertise and have clear understanding how we're going to develop this. We already invested in this project $30,000 our own money, and right now we are in a stage that we are attracting around $200,000 for further development. And of course you are asking me how you're gonna earn money, because every investor wanna know, so guys, how I'll return this money. Actually, I don't have answer for this question. So we are still in the process of evaluating different opportunities. And I think that the most important part is to build the solution for people and to build the community and solve this problem. And of course, we will use the standard, anytime we can use the standard list of monetization options like selling advertisement or selling analytics or some paid features and so on and so on. But right now we concentrate more on finding solution to this very, very important problem, we think. Of course, you're asking me about competitors. Who are our competitors? Our competitors is news aggregators. They are very, very huge and backed by a big amount of money, but we are not direct competitor to them. Actually, what we want to do, we want to take from these news aggregators only crucial information. We don't want to be in that mess. We want to give people the ability to choose what information they want, not by algorithms which will recommend you that you should read this, and this, and actually spend a lot of time on their website. No, we don't do this. We want you to manage your time properly, to keep your focus and improve your personal productivity. Thank you.
So, I think you started well framing the problem, right?
Okay.
But then you bring information that's either not relevant or very relevant, but I cannot put my finger on. For example, you said 32 gigabytes of data a day. Is that a lot? Is that little? Can I absorb 32, or can I absorb 16, or can I absorb 1800, right? That makes a significant difference. So you need to go one step beyond and talk about the user ability to digest that information. I think that's going to make it more powerful, your framing of the product. But then, after a very strong start, you got lost, right? The vision of what the product is and how you want to solve it is clunky. It's very hard to understand what it is. I understand what you want to solve. It's hard to visualize how my life's going to be better using your product and using everything else. And how do you actually differentiate with the news aggregator? I get a glimpse of it because you're integrating my email, you're integrating all my social feeds. So it's basically a news aggregator to me, but you don't say that. So I think you have to structure more the vision of the product. And less concerned about how you monetize, because at the end of the day, corporations will pay for it just for you to prioritize emails. But then you're competing on an algorithm game together with Google and a bunch of other providers to find out what are the relevant emails that you need to pay attention to. So just be mindful of where you're going to position. But what really stuck to me was how hard it was to understand the product you were building.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. And can we get a round of applause for our 3 pitchers? It's not easy to pitch in public. So that's Nick from Scoop, Alex from ZapGPT, and Clarissa from Guide 121. And of course, Rodrigo Baer from Upload Ventures. Thank you very much.